Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore a critical evolution in digital advertising. Meta value rules. In the current landscape, the traditional approach of chasing every possible conversion is no longer sufficient for sustainable growth. We are moving toward a more sophisticated model, weighting bids by customer quality, not just raw conversion counts. Our goal is to programmatically tell the Meta algorithm which customers are actually worth more to your business based on empirical evidence. As we will see throughout this session, guessing in the world of high-stakes bidding is expensive. Instead, we will focus on value optimization, bid multipliers, and maximizing customer lifetime value to ensure we prioritize worth over volume. The fundamental problem we face is that Meta's default algorithm treats every conversion as equal. While the system is highly efficient, it is designed to hunt for the cheapest conversions. Unfortunately, those are often your least valuable customers. We must recognize that true value is a calculation of conversions multiplied by how much each individual is actually worth. There is often a tenfold gap in value. A loyal high LTV customer can be worth 10 times more than a one-time discount buyer, yet both are counted as a single conversion by default. Value rules allow us to bridge this gap, moving beyond the cheapest results to bid by worth and unlock access to the customers who genuinely drive your profit margins. To understand the necessity of this shift, we must look at the data. When we plot real value by segment, the disparity is impossible to ignore. As shown in this index, a VIP or loyal customer is approximately 7 times more valuable than a one-time discount seeker. Default bidding ignores this massive gap, treating all 5 segments, from the VIP to the discount-only buyer, as identical conversions. This means the algorithm might spend the same amount to acquire a low-value user as it does for a high-value one. The insight here is clear. We must weight our bids to match reality. Value rules enable us to bid in direct proportion to each segment's real worth, ensuring our acquisition costs reflect future revenue potential. How does a value rule actually function in practice? It operates as a strategic multiplier applied to specific segments, allowing Meta to bid more or less to acquire them. For instance, for your high LTV customer list, you might apply a 1.4 multiplier. This tells the system to bid up and fight harder to win those high-stakes auctions. For your standard customers, we maintain a baseline 1.0 multiplier. Conversely, for discount-only buyers, we apply a 0.7 multiplier, effectively bidding down to ensure we pay less for lower-margin segments. This mechanic sits directly on top of Meta's value optimization, ensuring the algorithm uses your adjusted, evidence-based values rather than raw, unweighted conversion counts to make real-time bidding decisions. It is essential to distinguish between volume optimization and value optimization. While they use the same budget, they are pointed at 2 very different goals. Volume optimization seeks the highest conversion count. It treats everyone as equal, hunts for cheap wins, and often skews toward low-value buyers. While this may look efficient on a standard dashboard, it can actually erode long-term profit. On the other hand, value optimization seeks to maximize customer worth. It weights conversions by real value, pays a premium for the best customers, and shifts the overall mix toward high LTV buyers. Ultimately, this shift ensures we are optimizing for bottom-line profit rather than just a high volume of low-margin transactions. Where should you apply these premiums? On the left, we see segments to weight up. These include high LTV and repeat likely customers, high AOV segments with larger baskets, and buyers of high-margin products. We also want to prioritize genuine new customer acquisition over existing buyers. On the right, we identify segments to weight down. These are discount-only buyers who only convert during deep promos, buyers of low-margin products that barely cover their own costs, and small one-time orders unlikely to return. Additionally, markets with poor economics or existing customers who can be reached more cheaply through other channels should receive a lower bid weight. This strategy ensures your bid premium is always pointed at the most profitable segments. There is, however, an honest catch. Value rules are only as good as the data you feed them. If you guess the multipliers, you risk bidding up for the wrong people. Success requires 3 pillars. First, you must know your segment values by computing real LTV and margins from first-party data. Second, you must pass accurate values to Meta, ideally using server-side signals via KPI. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. Finally, treat every multiplier as a hypothesis. You must validate that your weighting actually lifted blended profit. The most expensive mistake you can make is weighting the wrong segment based on a hunch. Always lead with evidence to ensure your rules amplify the right signals. Let's walk through the 4-step method for setting up value rules. Step 1 is the computation. You must pull LTV, AOV, and margin data per segment from your internal records. Step 2 is turning on value-based bidding and ensuring your signals are passed accurately via KPI. In Step 3, you set your data-grounded rules by applying the multipliers we discussed, up for high value, down for low value. Finally, Step 4 is a continuous cycle of validation and refinement. You must measure the impact on blended value and profit rather than just volume, adjusting your multipliers on a regular cadence to reflect shifting market dynamics. This process ensures your bidding strategy is always chasing actual profit. To highlight the impact, let's contrast conversion-equal bidding with value-weight bidding. In a conversion-equal model, you optimize for count and chase the cheapest conversions, focusing on cost per conversion. This carries the risk of scaling low-value buyers. In contrast, value-weight bidding optimizes for customer value, chasing the most worth winning. The key metric here is value and profit per dollar spent. While it requires more robust data and accurate signals, it is far superior for businesses with mixed LTV or segmented customer value. It moves the focus from simple, uniform offers to a nuanced strategy that recognizes the true complexity of your customer base and its contribution to your revenue. As you implement these rules, avoid these 6 common mistakes. First, creating rules without real value data. Never set multipliers on a hunch. Second, passing wrong or missing values to meta, which forces the rules to optimize toward noise. Third, weighting a proxy like AOV when lifetime value is what truly drives your profit. Fourth, the set and forget mentality. You must constantly check if the weighting is working. Fifth, overweighting a single segment and starving the rest of your account. And finally, prioritizing top-line revenue over actual margin. Optimizing for revenue alone can lead to acquiring low-margin customers who look good on paper but actually lose the company money over time. In conclusion, here is your value bidding playbook. Start by measuring. Compute your LTV and margin, rank your segments, and set up your KPI signals. Next, move to the weight phase. Increase bids for high-value segments, decrease them for discount hunters, and stay grounded in real data. Finally, enter the validation phase. Measure blended profit, treat every rule as a testable hypothesis, and refine your approach as segment values shift. The message is clear. Stop optimizing solely for the number of conversions and start optimizing for the value of those conversions. By bidding for the customers who are actually worth winning, you secure the future profitability of your business. Thank you for your time, and let's start bidding for value. If your advertising isn't delivering the results you expect, the problem may not be the budget, it may be the strategy. At Namster Marketing, we help businesses turn advertising into a predictable growth engine. Book a free consultation with our team, and let's explore how we can help scale your results.